This is what you get when you combine a skateboard with a scooter. It's called the Rover and is made by a US-based company out of California. Now, Cycleboard has designed the Rover with a huge motor, some fat, all-terrain tires, and independent suspension. This should be able to tackle some gnarly terrain. So let's see what the Rover can do, starting off with a speed test. I've got 4 out of the 5 battery bars left, and I should be able to get 27 miles per hour. I'm gonna start on pedal assist level 1. I've got my speed up open. Here we go. For speed 1, I got 6 miles per hour. Speed 2, 12. Speed 3, 16. Speed 4, 21. And speed 5, the highest speed mode, 25 miles per hour, which was too shy of the rating of 27. The Rover comes with a massive 1800 watt brushless motor in the rear wheel, powered by a 60 volt Samsung battery that takes 6 to 7 hours for recharge. Let's see how fast that power can take my 185 pound frame to 26 miles per hour in an acceleration test. Now, one thing I wish the Rover had was a zero start option. You do have to give it a small kick just like a regular scooter. And like a higher end scooter, it's got a decent acceleration. It's not as powerful as I was expecting for the size of the motor, but good enough to where it's exciting and fun. It took just under 13 seconds to reach 25 miles per hour. I should be able to get a range of about 40 miles on this. I've got a full battery, pedal assist level 5, start workout. Let's see what I can get. While on the range test, let me give you a rundown of all the things I liked and didn't like, starting off with the look.
If you want to stand out on the trail or in the city, riding throughout town, this is the vehicle to get. It's just something that you don't see very often. It's just a cool looking toy.
Now, Cycleboard has 3 models to choose from. The Rover is their off-road model and comes in 4 colors, and is currently being sold for $2,599.
Even though it looks like a scooter, it handles more like a skateboard. It's been a little bit of a learning curve on how to steer and manage this.
Just like a skateboard, the Rover has a lean to steer design. The more you lean, the sharper you turn. The handlebars are stationary and used for stability rather than turning. This is pretty much a skateboard with a handle.
And what's nice, when you're going slow, you can really do a hairpin turn like I just did. And then at speed, that steering stiffens up so you don't crash.
Okay, battery update for you. I've lost my first battery bar. I've gone 12.44 miles with a 55-minute ride time. And I've been having this thing close to maxed out the entire time.
I've never seen a deck this big. So I am loving the standing room. It allows you to get low when you're going through some rougher terrain. You can adjust and move your feet around to help you turn sharper when you need to. I wish every vehicle had a deck this size. It is monstrous.
The Rover is really meant for off-roading, so I drove over to the foothills and found a dirt road. The Rover does have full suspension. It's got independent suspension in the front, and then in the rear it also has spring suspension. So let's go test to see how good this thing handles some rougher terrain. Well, to be honest, it wasn't my favorite off-road vehicle. The suspension is tight and doesn't do much to take away the smaller bumps and vibrations when going fast. I got rattled pretty good when going 15 miles per hour on the road, and this is after I took a bunch of air out of the tires. Now, there are different sizes for the tires. In the front, there's 2 10x3 inch, and for the rear, a 10x3.5 inch. I thought they handled the gravel road very well, even at speeds of 15 to 20 miles per hour. I'd be hesitant to take the Rover on anything other than a nice gravel road. It can handle rockier and bumpier terrain, but you do have to go very slow, and it is tricky to navigate with the lean to steer design. I am impressed how high I was able to get, and I could keep on going. I got plenty of battery left, but the road's rattling me a little more than I like. But I probably climbed 1,000 to 1,500 feet in elevation. I'm up here a ways. This is where the locals come to shoot their guns and drink their beer. But it is very pretty up here. I ended up going further till I found a good hill to test the Rover on. This is around 17 to 18%, and I thought it did a pretty good job, slowing down to 9 miles per hour through the toughest part. Cycleboard says it can power up a 30% slope. Now, I'm not sure I can make it up something that steep, maybe on a paved surface. Hell, I just made it back down from the mountain, and my legs feel like I've just been snowboarding all day. Oh man, I'm crouching the whole time, so my quads are just super tired, but it's fun. My favorite thing about it, it just offers a new experience on the pavement and off. It's cool to see the same terrain on different vehicles. Here's the last few features I liked about the Rover.
The width of the handlebars are a little bit short, in my opinion, but the grips are very nice. Some of the nicer grips I've seen. There's 2 grooves that really help to hold your hands in place.
Okay, down to my last battery bar. I've gone 29 miles with a 2 hour and 42 minute ride time. And the power has dropped quite a bit. I can only reach about 22 miles per hour for the top speed. Now that last bar does go pretty fast. When I got back home, my app showed 29.43 miles with a 2-hour, 44-minute ride time. That is 10 miles shy of the rating, but I was more than happy with that for the terrain I took it on and on the highest speed mode. I bet you could easily hit 40 if you kept it on flat and paved roads. The elevation gain was impressive at 1,892 feet. It wasn't as much as I thought, but that's a lot of climbing, especially with 6 to 7 miles of off-roading. The Rover comes with electronic and hydraulic brakes. Their brakes are smooth, but not as powerful as I'd like. If you slam on them pretty hard, they actually fishtail a little bit on something smooth like this. There's just a lot of weight for just one tire to brake. Here's a quick overview of the screen and settings. Okay, here's the LCD screen to turn on. Just hold the power button down, and that displays your speed, battery life, assist level, and odometer. The power button switches between different settings at the very bottom here. So you got your trip odometer, time, error codes, and total odometer. If you hold down the up arrow for about 3 seconds, the light turns on. There's no headlight to this, but there is a tail light, and that does blink when the brake lever is pressed. To access the P menu, hold both the up and down arrow for about 3 seconds. The first one is the screen brightness. The next one is changing from kilometers to miles per hour. You can reset like your trip odometer. This is your power output, so it's set to 100% power. You can decrease that if you like. So most of these you're gonna wanna leave alone, but that's how you do access the P menu. The Rover comes with a 1-year warranty, can be ridden in light rain, and collapses down to a size of 44 by 25 by 10 inches. Overall, here's what you can expect if you're around my weight of 185 pounds. A top speed of 25 miles per hour, a strong and steady acceleration taking 13 seconds to reach that speed. Hill climbing is good. It's got the power to get you to the top of some steep hills for on and off-road. Range is fantastic. I got almost 30 miles, and a good chunk of that was off-roading, climbing about 1,500 feet. And brakes aren't the best. They're smooth and quiet, but not as powerful as I like. Now, I thought the Rover was pretty cool. It's different and takes some getting used to, but it offers a new riding experience. I'm always looking for cool and fun ways to see the country, so I definitely recommend it for that purpose. If you want more info, I've got the link in the description. Also, be sure to check out my website, electricrevolutionreviews.com, for all my reviews, sorted by price and capability. So that wraps up the review. Hit that like button before you go, and be sure to subscribe for the latest in electric bike, board, and scooter reviews. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.